So if anything gets in the way of that, then I just have to tell them that I can't.
And you only have one short chance at athletics, but afterwards I think somebody said you're pretty talented perhaps at doing things like gladiators.
Yep. In fact, I went for a selection for the gladiators before the European Championships last year, and I did get into the gladiators, but the unfortunate thing was the filming finished the day before I went to the Europeans, so I thought it might be just a little bit of a risk there. I've been asked to go back again, but obviously the Olympics are next year, but I think after my career I wouldn't mind being a gladiator, but the thing is I'm a bit small. My mum says I'll be called Dynamo, so you never know. I love things like that.
Yeah, I remember asking you what you call yourself, and you said Dynamo, but you said, but they also call you Nightmare. Is that because living with an athlete can be difficult?
Everybody calls me a nightmare. I mean, I'm late for everything. I can never decide what clothes I'm going to wear when I go out, and just basically I am a living nightmare, so that's most probably a more appropriate name, I reckon.
So that's a big contrast between you and your discipline with athletics.
I know, apart from athletics, I don't think I'm disciplined in anything, to tell you the truth. I am a nightmare.
But you're also a dynamo, especially on the track, and also your personality. You're quite forthright. You say what you feel, but there's that lovely smile. Mm-hmm. How have you been dealing with the press since you've had all this high profile?
I think you just take things as they come, and the fact is I think a lot of people can't understand my love for the sport and the people that motivate me, and a lot of people try and find something that may be bad in your life or anything that might get you down about your sport, but the thing is I'm out on that track because I want to do well for myself. I mean, some people have been really great. I mean, I've had so many fan letters. The public have been amazing, honestly. They're really, really nice, and it's lovely, you know, for them to come up and appreciate what you've done. That really inspires me to keep going. But I love the crowd and I please the crowd. You know, I'm just myself and people can take me how they find me. I mean, I'd never change anywhere, whether I get medals. If I got a gold medal in the Olympics, I'd still be me. I'm still Kelly Holmes, and I just want to go out there and do the business on the track.
Desert Island Discs. BBC Radio, 6th of January, 2006.
You undoubtedly have a unique talent for running, Kelly, and you might never have realised that talent if it hadn't been for another natural talent you have. It seems to me, reading about you, you've got this kind of naked determination, really, despite the difficult childhood. I mean, for a start, when you arrived in the world, you were kind of unexpected and unwelcome, really, weren't you?
Yeah, well, you know, my mother met a guy called Derek, and one thing led to another, and she ended up pregnant.
She was 17.
She was 17, very young, and it was very hard for her. I mean, I actually admire, when I think about where she was at that, she kind of, I grew up and she did in a white village of Hildon Borough, very small, you know, kind of white Kent, and suddenly she's with a black guy, which is no problem whatsoever, but the fact that she's then going to bring a mixed race child into a white kind of family and a white neighbourhood.
And she's 17 and the child's illegitimate and all those things.
Exactly.
So the pressure must have been huge.
Yeah, it was.
And not least from your grandparents, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, Mum knows a lot more of the story and things, but I don't think they were that accepting.
Well, they wanted you put for adoption, weren't they?
Yeah, they thought... Well, the only way that they would let my mother go back home, thinking she's only 17, obviously, was that if she had me adopted. But she put me into a child home just because she couldn't cope, you know. I mean, she didn't have any money, she didn't have a job, she didn't kind of want to lose me, so she put me into a home.
She tried first, though, didn't she? I mean, she had you with her for... I mean, she elected not to go back home because she didn't want to put you for adoption.
She was actually so brave. I mean, if you think they said it was me or them, and she chose me, and she left home. How cool is that? Yeah, so she left home and tried to make a go of it, but it obviously became very hard, and she needed to have a job to kind of live. So the only option for her was to put me in the child home. And but, you know, I was a baby, so it's not really wasn't going to affect me in that respect. But you were in there
later on. Again, she had to put you in.
I was about 4. Yeah, nearly 4. So, and she was really young then, obviously, and long hair, because she used to have long hair that she used to sit on, you know, so I just thought she was, you know, beautiful.
Your father, Derek Holmes, had left when you were a few months old. Your mother and he had split up.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But she then married another man. She married Mick Norris, and they had more children, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mick, who's my dad. And